Howdy folks, welcome back to another Armored Warfare replay. I'm your host Bjorn, and what I have for you today is Operation Tsunami with myself in the PTZ-89. It's a Tier 7 premium tank destroyer. Rexall with his T-80B, and David Bowie with her 2S3. That's the Tier 6 152 millimeter artillery. But what we're going to talk about is the PTZ-89. Once we load in here. So here it is. This is actually a Chinese tank destroyer. I'm going to talk a bit about the vehicle here. It is actually in China known as the Type 89. It was developed by Norinco. For the PLA, designed in 1982, and it was produced from 1989 to 1995.
We have a cartel port to capture. I hope it's not another human trafficking site like last time. You ready? Black Company, new objective. There might be crucial intel stored in those cartel satellite trucks. See if you can retrieve any useful intel from them.
Oh, not good. Already knife fighting here. It is armed with a 120 millimeter smoothbore cannon, powered by a WR-48 12V150 LB diesel engine that delivers 520 horsepower, giving the vehicle a 16 horsepower per ton ratio. It was built during the Cold War to deal with the new generation of Western and Soviet composite armored vehicles. Despite its successful design process, it was quickly realized that the vehicle was no longer needed. 100 models were produced. Several shortcomings was found over its time. One being thin armored. It had a high maintenance cost, unstabilized gun, and relatively short engagement range. That would have to deal with poor optics. And it would end up being phased out in favor of ATGMs. In game, you have a Tier 7 premium tank destroyer.
I think our analysts can do something with that.
It's not exactly a fast-moving vehicle, as you can see here. It's not what you typically expect for a tank destroyer, maneuverability-wise. You know, a lot of tank destroyers are wheeled instead of tracked, which that gives them their speed. It does mount a very powerful gun for its tier. Its reload is roughly, I think, 6.5 seconds, and I actually don't have a good crew on this vehicle or a rammer, so a very fast reload. The gun is very competent. But it's definitely a long-range fighter. It's really got no armor to speak of. Gets penned by pretty well everything very easily. As you can see, it's got a very large turret. However, the downfall with the fighting compartment being on the rear of the vehicle instead of the front is it gives the vehicle poor gun depression. There's a Terminator. Unfortunately, I hit his explosive reactive armor. I'm popping smoke. Hitting my stealth special ability to increase my camo. So you see here, the gun's very good. Another downfall I want to point out of the vehicle is the engine. The transmission's actually pointed in the front, which is definitely a bad thing if you get engaged, because most likely your engine's going to end up getting damaged and set on fire. You can actually buy this from the Fane tech tree, and it goes for 5,500 gold. It's one of those, I don't believe it's a bad vehicle. It's definitely highly specialized. But if you're looking for, I know there's a lot of people out there who aren't crazy about wheeled vehicles. but they like the destroying potential of tank destroyers. I would definitely recommend this vehicle in that scenario. It does make a really good sniper, but it's definitely designed for long-range engagements, and essentially longer range engagements than you see me doing here. There's another vehicle destroyed there. Going to close in on this Terminator, try and get some shots. Right now, we're down to 4 teammates here. Okay, Rexall got the kill there on that AMX. And we're going to keep pressing forward. Trying to go for the secondary objective here. It does support pretty good view range versus a main battle tank, but definitely nowhere near the view range as a light tank or an AFV. As you can see, it gets up and goes pretty good once you get it up to speed. Brown alert. And there's actually another track tank destroyer in the Sprute. Sprute's not bad. And there we go, there's the kill. Unfortunately, we lost Rexall in the process. Going for the secondary objective here. So there's all the secondary objectives, and now we're gonna push for the cap. And essentially at this point, it's pretty well decided. I'm actually just going to try to push for the cap due to the fact that the T90 there is really hurting. And it's just David Bowie and our artillery and then me and this TD, which it's definitely not, it's not going to withstand taking a pounding for enemy vehicles. And David got deleted. I almost got deleted myself. I used my repair kit quick, and I'm going to tuck in behind this building and do some reverse side scraping. Now, the reverse side scraping, it's to help me not expose so much of my vehicle. Took a blind shot there. There we go. Grab that BMP-3M.
Identify. Hostile tank.
There's a hard hit on the Terminator.
Reloading.
Fire another shot, see if the Terminator's down there. I was hoping to get a hit on him, but I don't think I did.
Identify.
There's that Terminator.
Keep your eyes open. They wouldn't give up their contraband that easily. Target destroyed.
There he goes. I was able to get that Terminator kill without being spotted. What I'm going to do is I'm going to roll behind try and roll behind the trucks here, and try and use the trucks for cover.
Identify. Hostile tank.
Uh-oh. And he actually drove past me without even spotting me. Sometimes all you can say is thank God for bot AI. Okay, now I'm using my stealth here. In a few more seconds, I'm going to pop smoke.
Smoke out. Move, move.
And there we go. There's the W. Right there, we got the clincher. I just got really lucky there, honestly. The bots didn't rush the cap like I would have expected them to. And I didn't get spotted there at the end. So here we go. Here's the results. Got myself a blue star and a target, actually, which wouldn't be hard considering I was the only one to survive. Did just a pinch over 14,000 damage, spotted 7 enemy vehicles and destroyed 6. Made some pretty good credits out of that match too. It's a good moneymaker. That's top damage overall and top spot. Well, it wasn't top spotting, but I got a bunch of spotting too. So it's not, it's an interesting vehicle. I don't know if I'd highly recommend it. It's considered I'd consider it more of a specialized vehicle, but it may have what you're looking for. If you're looking for a tracked tank destroyer that uses a cannon instead of ATGMs, I'd definitely recommend it, as there's very few of those, let alone there's also like no premiums that features that. But it's like you saw there, it's a sniper. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the replay. There's definitely a clincher of a match, and I will see you all again sometime.